Hello, welcome to this episode of RageCandy. I'm Fortessa.
I'm Mark.
And today we're going to be talking about Korra meeting Toph.
Wait, didn't that already happen like weeks ago?
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Well, I guess on this week's episode of Korra, we can talk about Korra and Kavira fighting for the Battle of Zaofu.
I'm pretty sure that already happened.
Really?
Yeah. So what we could talk about was Korra getting rescued by Tenzin's kids.
That already happened too, with because the spirit thing. I guess we could talk about Korra fighting Zahir.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that happened.
That was last season.
Oh. Today, we had the unfortunate, basically we saw there were recaps and it was unfortunate.
And I'm mad about that. Like, I'm really mad about that. Like, just 1 second. You have 13 episodes in the season to tell this story. They said in the trailers, this is the final season. We're going to tell all loose ends will be tied up.
Mm-hmm.
Every question you ever had will be answered and resolved, and you'll be happy as a fan. And then you come up with this bullshit, a recap episode, and it's like in the middle of the season. Like, we have 5 more episodes left.
A boring recap episode.
A boring one at that. Like, at least when they did it with Last Avatar in Book 3 Fire, they did it more towards the end, and they recapped the entire series, which they did here, but they did it in a creative way, and everything with the Amber Island players and the witty retorts from all the cast. That was a great, that was a really great recap episode. It came after 3 seasons. It came like literally with the episode before the 4-episode part finale, and it was just unique and original. And like, even fans on the internet say like that could have been one of the worst episodes of the series, but it's one of the best because they did it in a unique way. And I can appreciate that. I would have even appreciated if they did some random side story and did a rehashing of that for Korra. So, just a glimpse of some random kids in the Fire Nation. They're going to Amber Island and they're telling us the story of Korra in that same funny way. Or even if somehow all the characters converge and Amber Island is in the same thing, I would appreciate it because that would be a nice homage. Even though it still probably would have been a little bit more animation. But still, how they did it, they broke it up. Well, you go ahead, because I'm mad. I'm just...
Well, I was just going to say, there was one thing that I appreciated in this episode, and it was the telephone conversation between Amon and...
Batu, and that was really cool.
Yeah, that amused me.
And nobody likes Udalak. Even in the show, no one likes Udalak because he's annoying. Yes. And I'm like, that was funny. Like, I can hear you because I'm eavesdropping, and I'm like, then I thought, wait a minute, have they actually introduced the telephone in this show? That's what made that whole so much more funny. Like,
right. That is just out of the blue, this telephone. And I appreciated that. But that was it. That could have been a commercial. So, or a bonus feature, really. Honestly,
that's a great idea.
I brought this up before, but I feel that if they had budget issues, which was cited as the reason that they did a recap episode, I would have much preferred if they just cut it down to 12 episodes and spent the extra cash on spiffing up the animation throughout the other 12.
To be honest, I'm not going to blame the creators and the producers and the people who worked on the show. I'm going to blame Nickelodeon, the owner of the series. This is your bread and butter franchise. This is, for the last 10 years, been solely a cash cow for Nickelodeon and financing all its other crap, like SpongeBob funded itself. I blame Nickelodeon. Like, for the entire series of Korra, Nickelodeon has done nothing but fuck it up. I'm probably going to have to censor myself, but Nickelodeon, you fucked it up! You fucked it up! Korra was ruined from the beginning when you said, hey, we're going to do Korra and we're giving you 1 season. And you're like, but really? And then it's like, oh, Korra was so popular with that 1 season, we're giving you 3 more seasons, but the story's fucked up.
Right.
Because we gave you that one season.
Right. Also, they took it off air and just put it online.
Yeah, and then another thing I found out was like, oh, well, Korra's losing ratings. Oh, we took it off Nickelodeon and put it online only. Duh, you're gonna lose ratings. Duh, ratings are low because we did stupid things.
I would say also their budget should have been helped because they're not paying for TV space. It's just putting it online. So
I don't think that would cost anything anyway since Nickelodeon is their network. But I don't know. I think if this is your...
It costs them the space to advertise for somebody else, another show that would bring in money.
True. Because what did they replace Korra with? What did they replace Korra with, fans?
I don't watch Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Nickelodeon, like, this is your cash cow, and it's your cash cow's final season. We probably will never see another animated Avatar series ever again. We will probably never, except in comic form, get another Avatar in the life cycle.
Never say never.
I mean,
I put down Toy Story 4.
Well, that's... Yeah, and Toy Story 4 is probably going to be so epic, like Toy Story 3.
It might be. I'm just saying, if there's potential for money, it doesn't matter if it's 10, 20 years down the road. Somebody will sniff it out and they will remake it. Maybe it's going to be in live action form, but Avatar story is gold. It's just such a wide world. I really doubt the world is done with it.
So using that same philosophy, why won't they just do another third season of Young Justice? Because people like are willingly giving up money. Like, here, take my money, bring us Young Justice back, and they're like, no, Young Justice is not allowed.
It's a topic that we are not allowed to touch because that takes its own episode of ranting and raging, and Cartoon Network is on some bullshit. So that's different time. We're just gonna bring it back to Nickelodeon. And Korra and Avatar is not dead. It's just not. Not even with M. Night Shyamalan trying to do something.
Yeah, you tried to ruin it in like Shyamalan, what a twist. But you will not kill Korra for me. Even though you killed Aang a lot for me.
Did. I saw they played it on Nickelodeon actually this past month.
How dare you, Nickelodeon? How dare you? You're spitting in the face of the fans.
And I watched a little bit.
You knew that was bad. That cost you money. That's why you had no money for fucking Korra. Because you spent it on M. Night Shyamalan, what a twist. And now we...
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan decided to make this fucking thing. And I hadn't seen it since I saw it in the theaters. And seen it, those bits of...
You paid money for that?
I thought it was going to be amazing.
I did too. I bought 2 tickets.
Right.
And went, and I'm like... I've never been so royally fucked by Nickelodeon before.
Yeah. I actually came in on the scene where they were earthbending. Earthbending.
They weren't earthbending. They were meditating pebbles towards their enemies.
It was not an exaggeration. There were 6 grown-ass men doing all these wushu motions to pick up a rock this size.
And then one just like, yeah, here you go, pow.
Right.
And I'm like, first of all, and this is gonna have to, ooh, Jeebus, you don't got me talking about this movie.
No, we can't. This is Korra.
All right.
It will have its own episode. It doesn't exist right now.
So, my 1940s World War II lesbian alarm went off. Korra and Asami on Airbender Island together, and Korra's just like, oh, I'm meditating and contemplating, contemplating could be the word, contemplating the things that have happened to me. Asami's like, baby, what's wrong? Oh, Asami, I'm just remembering the time I first met you, and we both dated that man that turned us this way.
Yep. Yeah.
And yeah, and Mako's like woo down situation, which although I did like the little back and forth between Chibi Mako and the Chibi Mako family and Prince Wu, that was kind of cute. And then they redid it again with Varric and Bolin. You know, It was subtle, but it wasn't played. But it was cheap as shit.
Yeah, it was formulaic for me. I was just like, I see what you're doing, and since I don't really like them that much, it's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's not working. And I mean, and then if you had money issues and you gotta do a recap episode, why did you put in a random voice actor who played Mako's cousin or something, and then Grandma? Even Prince Wu, is he really a main character enough to even be in a recap episode like that?
I will say on this part though that for voice actors, it could be like the same person doing multiple voices. They were doing that all up in Pokemon. Ash's mom was Ash's voice, and Misty was Jesse's voice. I mean, Brock was James' voice. They could easily, if they're good enough voice actors and they're not Zuko, then
I can see that. I can see that, but we all know that the main cast is who they are and who they play. They only play the one character, so I'm thinking.
Oh, are we sure on that?
Yeah. Oh well, I know for the main characters. I know David Fasciato is Mako and Jennifer, what's her name, is Korra, and they may voice like other smaller characters,
right?
But I'm not sure if Prince Wu and Grandma is voiced by anybody on the main cast or a part of the main voice actors for the main 4 characters.
Yeah. Back to Korra. I have nothing left to.
Fun.
Yeah. I have nothing to recap because there was nothing to recap. So I'll just bookmark hatekorra.com. Bam.
Does that still exist?
I don't know, but it should.
I'll look it up eventually. I saw a preview trailer a couple 2 days after I saw Korra, so yesterday I saw a sneak trailer of the next episode of Korra, and I forgot what happened in it. So remember when they was going around trying to find airbenders, one of the first people they came across was that otaku guy in the Earth Kingdom. So apparently he did eventually join with the Earth Nation, and he so sucks at life they made him a tour guide for the Spirit Wells in Republic City.
That seems fitting for an otaku. All he knows is factoids.
Right. And not even that, because in the clip they got him shuffling through the index cards like, oh, just let me get through my lines. And and it's so funny because this one person is just asking all these dumb questions. It's just reminding me of my job. Oh, are we in the spirit world? Is the spirit world below us? Can we go to the spirit world? And Otaku's just like, no, just shut the fuck up and let me do my job. I'm like, I feel you. Because dumb people come to me all the time asking me stupid questions. And I'm like,
all I know is that sounds kind of like the beginnings of a filler episode.
Well, and then spirit minds attack them.
Okay, we'll see.
So I don't know. They don't have time for a fucking filler episode. They already just gave us one recap episode. So if I see a fucking filler episode, if you give me a fucking filler episode, that's it. I'm sorry.
Episode 8, wasn't it?
7 or 8?
I think it was 8. It was 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 4 episodes.
Yeah, so you have no room for a filler episode. Like, you've already given me enough random filler episode, but at least it was canon and it helped advance the storyline. Not like in season 1 and in season 2 where you gave me filler episodes. I'm like, okay, I don't want to watch Korra anymore. Oh, especially season 2.
And so,
I think I'm done. No, I'm still mad because I'm gonna get James, I'm gonna get everybody else, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna revisit this topic of if you have 13 episodes, do you do a recap episode? Doesn't make sense.
I agree. And we will see what happens on the next episode of RageCandy.
Nickelodeon probably won't exist for the next week if they keep doing